Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to upload app to Play Store. So in the recent years, Google has been updating Play Store, like the way it is. The way you upload apps on Play Store in 2021 is different from that of 2022 before we talk about 2023. So this is 2023 and I'm going to teach you guys on how to upload app to Play Store, like the changes that have been made on Play Store. The way, so this is my Play Store account. So I'm going to be going through it on how to upload apps. And one of the thing that you need to know here is that I'm uploading one of the apps that, if you talk about apps that Google used to reject most, among one of the apps that they used to reject, like if you made mistake, it's not that the app is bad, it's all this action game that I want to upload, that if you made a little mistake they can reject it because of the way you upload it, not that the app or the game is bad, or there's anything wrong with it, but the way you answer questions matters a lot. So let's get started. So I'm going to be creating a new app. I'll click on create app. The name of the game I want to be uploading is a critical ops action game. I will enter the name. So I will leave the language to be UK, because in my country the language we use, the English version we use, is UK. So I'm going to be clicking on game because it's game app, that is a game that I'm uploading. It's free game. So I'm going to click on all this, check all these things. Developer program policy, I agree. Play Store sign in, agree. US export law, agree. So I'll now click on ensure you check either it is a paid or free app, either it's app or game. Then I'll click on create. Remember that while you want to start uploading app, your privacy policy link is already there. If you don't have, or you don't know how to create privacy policy link, I have a free resources here, which is this app privacy policy generator. Is free. You don't need to pay any amount of money, you don't need to pay anything, just use it for free. So now the next thing I'm going to do here is that I have a little a faster way that I used to do it my own, that I make it very fast for myself. Like you see here that we have get started, set up, start testing now, set up your app, release your app, and publish, release, create and publish a release, play game services. But this is the way I used to do mine, so that to save my time I'll be very fast while doing it. This is what I do. I'll just come down and go to app contents. Once I create the app name, I'll just go to app content, click on app contents. So once I finish filling these things, the Play Store will take me to the next section that I need to like it will close the one that I finished and open the next one that I'm yet to fill. So just watch what will happen now. It said that the first thing you can see, we have privacy policy, ads, app access, content rating, target audience and content, news apps, COVID-19 contact tracing and status app, data safety. We are going to go through all this so you get to know how it works and what to do. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to click on privacy policy. I will start with privacy policy. So I have my privacy policy link ready. So this is the app I'm uploading. I have everything set up. I have my feature graph, I have my icon, I have my screenshot. Please don't care about the screenshot. I'm not a graphic designer, I'm just an app developer. So the one I can, this is what I could, this is what I'm able to do. So I'll click on this my file. Now this is my file. Now I have my privacy policy link here. I'll copy the privacy policy link. I'll now come here and paste it. Paste my privacy policy link here and save. So what is here now is that once I click on, I'll now click on app content. You notice that the privacy policy link is gone. The privacy policy something is gone. So it now show me the next thing that I need to do, which is the ads. I need to work on the ad. I need to state whether my app contain ads or not. So I'll click on start. So the next thing I'm going to just click on, yes, my app contain ads. So I'll click on save because it contain ads. So I'll go back to app content. See that section is gone. You can see instead of me going back and be looking for these things, it's just once I finish one, that one will just go away. The next one will be there for me. So I'll click on app access. Now this app access you are seeing, listen to it attentively. If your app doesn't require login to access, you just click on all functionality. But if your app require a login details, you click here. So you click on add new instruction. This app that I'm uploading doesn't have such. I don't require the app doesn't require login details. Once you open it, you play your game. Your progress are being saved within the share preference of the app. So now the next thing is that you just enter the name. You enter the name of the person that is logging into the app, the username or the phone number, the password. Then after then you now write, please, you now write something like that. Please use the following details, email or password, email and password to log into my app. You just write it even the way I'm saying it. Then once you finish writing it, you see somewhere, for example, now let me enter something like John Doe. You can see once I started typing it, it show apply. So once you finish everything and you just write, please use the following, sorry for my typo, please use the following details to log in to the app. So you now indicate maybe email johndoe@gmail.com. Then password, you enter your password 123. All these ones now should match the same thing that you are filling here. So that is the way it is. Once you finish, you just click apply. So that is it. Once you finish, you just click apply. But for me, I don't need to do that. So I just click all functionalities available without special access and click on save. So what I'm going to do next, please bear with me. I need to check if I'm recording it or not. I don't want to repeat myself. So the next thing I'm going to do here is that as I've clicked on all functionality is available without special access, I'll click on app content. It will the other section will just go away. So it will not be the next available section that I need to fill. So now I need to continue with the content rating. The content rating. Now you must be careful with this. If not, your app will be rejected. So I'll click here. Let me show you something. I'll click on the content rating. My network is somehow bad. So the content rating here is that, let's start. You click on start questionnaire. Now I need to get the email address that Google will send. Here now is the email address that Google will use and send to inform me that my app is live on Playstore. You can see this will be used to contact you about your content rating. It may be shared with rating authorities and in-app IARC. So now, since my app is a game, I'll click on game and click on next. Let me just go back and show you guys something. If it's a social network app, maybe you are building something like Facebook clone, WhatsApp clone, a chatting network, you use this. Or an email, like something you are building, something like Gmail app, similar to Gmail or Yahoo Mail, you click something like this, or video call or Skype clone, all those kind of things. But if it is any type of app that is not even a game, click on all apps type. But if it is a game, click on game. So you now click next. So the next thing you are going to do is that here is what you need to pay attention clearly. Like, you need to be careful the way you fill this place. If not, your app will be rejected and you'll be wondering why. In short, the kind of grammar that Google will be telling you, you may not even understand what to do. Some of them, if you are not even a developer, it will be difficult for you to understand what they are saying. So they say does. So this app I'm uploading is app that I need to answer all these questions. But there are some apps that I don't need to bother. If your app doesn't, for example, the reason why they say, does the app contain blood, like blood, violence, blood, or gory image? Me, I will click yes, because this my app is an action game whereby you point gun at somebody and you shoot the person. And a little bit of blood might shed, something like that. So that's why I'm clicking on this. But if your own is not like that, maybe it's just a video downloader, status saver, or other apps or chatting app, all those kind of things. So you don't need to, you just click no. So just watch the way I will click check on all this. Say please select all that the game include. Does it include violence or implied violence against human, violence against anything other than human, animal, fantastic creature? My own includes something like violence against human, disturbing or gory image without a violent action, the blood that blood that isn't directly related to violence, blood on clothes, blood in the background, mine, blood from performing surgery. There's nothing like that in my game, and this one is not included in my game. So if you have any one that you don't understand, you comment below on the comment section, and I will give answer. I'll be there to help you out. Now, and the next thing is that I check violence against humans. So it's to ask me in what kind of settings, context, in what kind of setting, that is context or storyline, does the violence occur? Fantastical, realistic. For me, my game is very is very realistic. So now let's check this thing to see the kind of the example that they are saying. So you can come here and check what they mean by that realistic. They say that video example of fantastica. So watch YouTube, just watch the kind of the one that they are saying is so now let's watch the one of realistic. You can check the second one. So let us check this one, because this one is somehow similar to my game. That one is almost similar to my game. So let's watch this one now that is realistic.
What about Woods? I have confirmation on his location. They've been moving from one location to another. We expect some of these men to report back soon.
Let's watch the second one. So from this video that I just watched, I will say that mine is fantastic. It's not too much real like that. So now, does the game have a pixel related or childlike style? Let me show you what they are talking about. Though for me, mine, it has a childlike style, not a pixel related. Just imagine the kind of game like a Minecraft, that is a pixel related. So for me, I will choose it is childlike style. They say, how would you describe the reaction of the violence? Let me watch this. Let me show you something. Me, I will choose mine that let me check the video so that I will not make mistake. Unrealistic. Let's see the realistic. Let's see this one to see unrealistic. So let's see the one that is realistic. So mine is unrealistic. Mine is unrealistic. So the next one is that how is this violence presented in the game? How is this violence presented in the game? You see, I'm taking too much time. Let me check out. Refer to, imply, distant, close up. You can check it by yourself. For me, my own is really depicted from a distant perspective, because mine is first person shooters game. So I will choose this, and often depicted from distant perspective. Now What is the level of blood or gore associated with the violence? Mine is mid, or mine is not so, the violence is not too much, the blood shading is not too much, is mid and limited. Does the game take place in a realistic or war zone? Mine is almost realistic. Then, can innocent or defenseless character be seriously injured or killed? For me, yes, with consequence. You can look, you can check the learn more to see what they will give you video examples so that you check and know if your game is like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is that they say, is there any fierce sound or sinister or intimidating character? No, mine doesn't have any horror kind of a creature or sound. Does the game contain picture or sound likely to scare, horrify, or disturbing? No. So does the game contain reference to the depiction of sexual or sexual violence? Mine is no. But if yours contains such like that, if there's anything like a sexual something in it, you indicate it. But have it in mind that you have question to answer. Gambling, is it a gambling? Mine is not gambling game or cash out game. Does it contain offensive language? No. Control, does the game contain any reference to drugs? No. Crude or humor? No. Does the game relatively allow user to interact or exchange content? Yes, when your app, if your game has a chatting system or a chat app, so you click yes. So does the game share users current precise location? Mine is no. Does the game allow user to purchase digital goods? No. Does the game contain any swastik, like all these symbol, other symbol or propagation maybe related to a particular country, all those kind of things? Mine is no. Does the game contain any content that sustainable erode identity of the Republic of Korea? No. Does the game contain detailed description of technique that could be used in criminal offense? Mine is no. There's some game like if you talk about game like how will I put it, GTA, that the players are so the player is so sensitive, like they send them on a mission, to all those kind of mission to arrest somebody, to monitor somebody and and arrest the person or kill the person, all those kind of things. Does the game advocate committing act of terrorism? Maybe all those GTA? No. So when you finish, you click save. Please let me check my recording now if I'm still recording. Alright, still recording. So I'll click on next. So you can see from everything that I click, that all my answer, it shows that my game is for age 16 and above. So for me to allow, you can see that description, my game was rated to have strong violence. So now my game is for the age of 16 and above, and for me to have the chance of my game being accepted, I need to put 18 and above, not even 16. If they say 16, I use 18. So now go back to the app content. So what I need to do now, targeted audience, here is where I will indicate that my game is for. They ask me to click 16 and above, but I will click 18 and above. I don't want problem. So is the game, could your store listing unintentionally appeal to children? Please always click no. 90% of the time is no. So you click on save. So the next thing, I'll go to my app content. You can see that if the way I'm doing is that once I finish that content, it will just go away and I will proceed to another one. So the next thing I need to do is that to check if my game is if it is a news app. No, it's not a news app, because if it's a news app, you indicate where you are getting your news from, the website, and you write little short description on how you are getting your news from that website. So I'll go back to app content. So does it contain, is it COVID-19? Does it contain COVID-19 contact tracing? No. unless if you have COVID-19 API in your app or game, you can click yes. You can claim my app is publicly available. So go back to app content. So data safety here is very, very important. Please listen attentively. Any form of mistake you make here, if there's mistake, it will lead to something like your app, your Play Store account will be tagged for violation number 1. Then your app might be rejected. So we click next. So here now they say, does your app collect or share any required user data type? Let me tell you one thing that you need to understand. If your app users are playing the game, if the game that they are playing now, after playing the game, they close the game and come back to the game, they still continue from where they stop, you click yes, because your app has a share preference, and share preference or catch, it has relationship with device ID. So it means your app is collecting the device ID of the user to save the user's progress and information. So you must click yes. So if your app has any link with a share preference, you may not understand what I mean by share preference if you are not a developer, but I will advise you 90% of the time it is yes. So I will advise you, whether your app collects something or doesn't collect anything, click yes. But if your app require login details or whatever, it's a must that it must be yes. Do you understand? Because you indicate, if your app collect name, email and phone number, you will indicate them that your app collect email and phone number. What are you collecting it for? You will indicate it. I'm collecting it maybe for marketing purpose or for app functionality or for dispatching of information to my users. So you must click yes. So now I will advise you that always use yes, because in most cases you may not even know. Google will come and tell you that you're supposed to click yes. You even been wondering, why will I click yes? I thought my app doesn't collect any information. But you will even be surprised. So always click yes. They say if all the users data collected by your app encrypted in a transit, always click yes. Do you provide a way for user to request deleted data? I will advise you click yes. Although this one, as a developer, Google advise us to always build app in such a way that if your app collects information like email, username and phone number, there's a portion in your app that you indicate delete my account. So once the user is no longer interested in your app, the user can just click on delete my account. So once the account is deleted, it will be deleted from once the user click on that button, it will delete the user totally from the database. So let's click on next. I'm sure that I click yes. So for this my app, it does not even collect all those kind of information, but I just need to click yes to avoid problem. So now let me show you something. If your app collect personal info, let me show it here. Maybe email, name, you click all this. Please, this user ID, you don't understand what it means, so just leave it. So email, name. Now my app doesn't use all this information, doesn't collect name, email, but yours, if it's collecting, you indicate it to sexual orientation, all the rest. If your app collect all those information, click it. So let me show you something. If your app collect a video and file, all those kind of things, remember on your privacy policy, if your app has access to storage, you must indicate on your privacy policy that your app, from the privacy policy that I show you, if your app collects, say, personal identifying fileable information, you indicate storage. If you collect phone number, indicate phone number. If you collect email address, you indicate email. You just something like this: phone, comma, again, email, comma. If it has access to camera, you indicate camera. If you need access to storage, you indicate storage, like that, and you enter your email. So all those things, if you don't indicate here, even after you finish your privacy, finish your data safety correctly, they'll still reject your app. So here there's some app that as you are using it is accessing your web browser history, all those kind of almost like tracking app. Maybe it can access your contacts. All this loan app, you click contacts. If it can access it can access your calendar, all those kind of things, you also indicate it. So the next thing here, I want to show you something that you need to learn that is very, very important. Here I told you that my app doesn't require any login details and it doesn't collect any name, email or password. So but yet I will still indicate that my app collects user ID, because my app has share preference. It stores user data in such a way that it doesn't take any information from user, but it has access to the device ID to store the user's progress, so that if you close the game and you come back, you start from where you stop. All your progress is being saved in your phone, but once you delete it, you start all over. So I'll click on device ID. So remember, if your app doesn't collect any information and you still click all those yes that I showed you, when you come to this point, always click device or other ID, then click next. So anything that you check on this page, they will direct you to this point. They will show you not stated, so you click this arrow and you click only collect, not shared, unless if you are collecting the information to share it for marketing purpose, or you can click on share, but always use collected and forget about the share. So the next thing I will do here is that I will say that this collected data is processed ephemerally. You click yes. Does the data, you now come to this point and say user data. Users can choose whether data is collected. Please use this to avoid issue. Although I know that I'm supposed to use this, but I will advise you use this because if you click this, they will look at you with second they will think about it twice. Why is it that users cannot choose whether data is collected? But this is my app. I will tell you the sincere truth. Users cannot choose. But as you install my app, it means you have already choose that I should collect the data. So I will now they will now ask you for what? Why are you collecting all those information? I'm collecting it for app functionality. If you know you are collecting it for marketing or developer communication or analytic or personalization, you can indicate. But me, for app functionality, without that my app cannot work properly. So I'll click for app functionality. So users can choose whether data is collected. Yes, data is collected, is processed and formula whatever. Thank you. So you click on save. So you click on next. So you click on submit. So you can see that your privacy policy link has been indicated. So click on app contents. So now I'm going to check if my app has advertising ID. Let me explain to you what the meaning of this. My Android Studio will take time to load, and it might slow down my system and cause some kind of unexpected error. So I don't want to distract my recording. If not, I would have opened my Android Studio and show you what this device advertising ID mean. But let me tell you one thing. If your app has AdMob, automatically your app has advertising ID. So you must check yes. But in this case, this is a game, and I know the way I build my game doesn't require advertising ID. So I will click on no. But for you, if you click yes, they will ask you why. You click app functionality or advertising or marketing. Always click for app functionality. So me, I will click no, because I know the way my game is being built. I built it with Unity. So I will use no. If it is with Android Studio, I'll click yes, because Android Studio must allow you to indicate it. But Unity doesn't give us all those access. So I will click on save. So I'll come to app content. They will ask if your app is a government app or not. For me, it's not a government app, because if you click yes, be ready to answer questions. So I'll click on save. So if you are working with your government, you click yes. So you come to app content. So from here now, you can see that everything, we have finished everything that we're supposed to. All the questions we're supposed to answer, we have answered them. You can see the way the process I follow make things very easy. But if you follow the dashboard something, when you save that, you'll come back again. When you finish answering one question, you come back again. So I found out that is it's a long process. So I look for the shortcut. So the next thing I need to do is to select the category, the app category. So mine is a game. So what is the category of my game? My game is an action game. So let me choose tag. This tag is very, very important, so that when someone search for your game on Playstore, your game will be in a part of under a particular category, or the way ASO works. Let me not. That is another learning for another day. So, but I will advise you click at least. I think it should be 4. For me, I will click action role playing, adventure, then which one again? I need to click at least up to 4. Then I'll look for shooting. Shooter game. Then I still have another one again. Let me search for adventure. Click on. So that is it. I'm not allowed to click to check another ones again. So it's very, very important. So the next thing I need to do is to enter the email address. I think I have my email address already, so I'll paste it. Here's the website for app.txt website. If you are using AdMob, it's very, very important, but you can leave it for the first time. Later you can come back and do it. So I will go back and I click on the dashboard, so it takes me back to the dashboard. So now I want to set up my store listing. So for my store listing, I have my game as Critical Ops Action Game. So my short description, I will just write best tactics in FPS game. It need to be it should not be more than 80 characters. So the long description, I'll copy it, paste it. So the app icon, feature graphics, my screens, it must not be more than 8 screenshots. So let's wait for it to finish loading. So it has finished uploading. So I've uploaded all the screenshots. So I'll click on save. So I'll just go back to the dashboard. So the next thing now, after doing all that, I need to come back to create and publish a release. Please remember, use this. Don't go and click test. I don't advise you to roll your app to Playstore, but if you want to do so, remember that it might even take up to 30 days or 2 weeks. I think at least 2 weeks or more than safe before your app will be live on Playstore. So for me, I want everything to be fast, so I will use create and publish a release. So I will click here. Remember, check this icon, ensure that is this point that you are clicking. So you click on select country and region. So for me, I'll click on add country or country. I'll just click on the first country and region to add all, then add all 176 country. So I'll click on dashboard. So the next thing I'll come again is remember to see that it's on create and publish a release with this icon here, with this logo here, then click on create a release. So the next thing will create new release. So what I will do is that I will click on upload. Yes, my app. I will use AAB. It's AAB that is accepted. So I'll click on open. So let's wait while it finish uploading. Remember, while it is uploading, let me show you something. This point now, I will just, since it's my first time, I will write initial release. Initial release, since it's my first time of uploading this app to Play Store. Then I'll come here, release, I'll write download, and let the phone begin. So this is my release notes. You can write whatever. Remember that most of the time, this is what really attracts people. People they don't have time to come and be reading all those long descriptions. They will just come down to this one to read this one. So you must write something that will attract them here. But this initial release doesn't show on Play Store. Is this download, this release notes. So let's wait, because my game is huge. It's about 70 something MB, so I have to wait. So guys, I've finished uploading the AAB file. So what will be there is that I just indicated as initial release and download. This is my release notes. Then I will click on save. So let's see what they will say. So it has been saved. Let's review it. So they are giving us 3 warning. They said the app cannot be published yet. Complete the step listed on the dashboard. I didn't miss any step, so I'm going to release. There's no the official file, forget about this. The app bundle content, forget about this. But for me, the reason why I can upload it, because when it has not shown red, it's just warning, it's not error. You can ignore it and continue. But if you see that what they wrote there is something you can quickly fix, you can go and fix it too. So I'll click on review rollout. So our app has been successfully rolled out. So we'll click on all apps, so you can see it's in review draft. So you wait till once it is live, it will now show production here. So at this point, you have successfully uploaded your app to Play Store, but yet it's on review. Once it is live, you'll be notified via the email you submitted. So thank you for hanging around. Thank you for checking out this video. Please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. I hope it's useful to you. Thank you.